Ladies and gentlemen,
The Semi-Daily Night Show with Gary TV, your host, Gary.
Tonight's ceremonial first pitch. And please welcome the President of the United States.
We did it, sir.
Just making sure you're paying attention.
Welcome to the Semi-Daily Night Show. Taylor Swift is a psyop, allegedly. People on the right, like Vivek
Ramaswamy
and Jack Posobiec, believe Taylor Swift is being used to rally support for Biden, which doesn't make any sense because Taylor Swift's fans are the average age of the staff on Epstein's Island. They can't vote. Okay, come on, laugh a little. So they believe that the Super Bowl will be rigged so that the Chiefs win and Taylor will endorse Biden. Now, football is probably rigged. I don't know, I don't watch football. Basically, the right believes Taylor Swift is a psyop because of her fame. I believe conspiracies more than most. I debate people at my work every single week about how the moon landing was fake, and even I'm not dumb enough to think Taylor Swift is a psyop. I honestly believe there are giants that live in caves in Afghanistan. Look it up, Kandahar Giant. And even I think this is stupid. But it gets stupider. Not a word. Doesn't help my case. It gets dumber when you look into it. People believe she has an MK Ultra handler because of this exchange. This is the most schizophrenic, American flag in your Facebook profile picture, divorced Republican ant shit I've ever seen. People are freaking out about her watch, but so a little bit of digging, you'll see her album is titled Midnight, hence her watch being set to midnight. I guess I'm a psyop now. Oh, and it gets dumber. Check this out. 4 years ago, the Pentagon Psychological Operations Unit pitched NATO about turning Taylor Swift into a social influence asset. Now, she wasn't directly pitched as a psyop, but they used her as an example. And I just want to say, any government out there, I will push any info you need for the right price. That's foreign or domestic. George Soros bought her entire music catalog. That one's true. He did. Now, George Soros is behind everything. That man is responsible for Harambe's passing. I don't know how, but that lizard can't be trusted. So point one to the schizos. She came out as a raging liberal. Okay, a raging liberal, I don't know about that. Every celebrity endorsed Biden in 2020. It was as common as your local Nike store being looted. Taylor isn't a psyop. This is really all just a psyop to make you think Taylor is a psyop. So you attack her and her fans, which is half of America, then don't like you and vote Democrat. I'm just saying all this because the last time I said Taylor Swift could be a dictator, my video got banned. Politicians roasted Zuckerberg and other tech CEOs. The Senate Judiciary Committee said social media platforms are hurting children. Our government would know they love children. A little too much. Oh, I'm the bad guy for that one. Each senator got their 8 minutes of fame, but the only senator that matters is John Kennedy, who asked some hard questions.
What does yada, yada, yada mean?
Hold up, let him finish.
Can we agree that what you do, not what you say, what you do is what you believe and everything else is just cottage cheese?
Exactly. I love that man. You also had Lindsey Graham say this.
Mr. Zuckerberg, you and the companies before us, I know you don't mean it to be so, but you have blood on your hands.
The fact that that wrinkly lizard said that, yet he's funded more wars than I have followers on Instagram. The entire committee was asking the CEOs of Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Discord, which was just there to feel included, about child safety. But politicians don't care about child safety. They care about censorship. Because before social media, you couldn't learn that Elizabeth Warren's net worth is $67 million, while her salary is only $285,000. Or that there are Twitter accounts that track all of Nancy Pelosi's insider trades. And you could also learn all of the head of the FDA's have ties to pharmaceutical industries or Monsanto, which are the people who drench your apples in pesticide and say it's safe to eat anyways. So yeah, keep the children safe. Politicians are mainly mad at tech CEOs because they just learned they didn't have to go fly to Epstein's Island to see kids. And Instagram had the images they wanted all along. Now, I'm not accusing Ted Cruz of going to Epstein's Island by any means. If I even joke about a Republican, I get cooked in the comments. However, I am accusing Ted Cruz of being a fish and not a human. Neuralink claimed its first patient, which means he can tweet his thoughts, so now he thinks he's a Roman emperor who blurts out red pill takes. Okay, I made that up, but that will be a feature soon. The new feature of Neuralink is telepathy. This will allow the person with the chip in their brain to control their devices through thought alone. How the f*** do we have technology for brain chips, and the best we can come up with is automatic tweets, and I'm not calling it X. Only nerds call it X. Now, Neuralink could help out a lot of people in need, and it should, but no one really knows how it will be used, and people are frustrated that there's still limited information on the device and the trials. All there is a 2-page PDF inviting you to sign up. My renter's insurance was more detailed than that. People read that and thought that was enough information to get a chip in their brain, which are actually really fitting. Those people definitely need some intellectual help. I don't hate Elon by any means, but giving a guy with the sense of humor of a Reddit moderator access to your brain is just weird. And I just don't think people should have their thoughts tweeted. We know how this will go, and if you don't, just look up South Park Wheels of Fortune episode. Pentagon has warned of potential future attackers on our brains. A report released by the Pentagon was an exercise that predicts New Age attacks, and they worry that leaders would be controlled by foreign enemies. Pentagon explains New Age technology that robots would be programmed to fight our wars for us. If that's the robot we gotta fight, give me 2 minutes, an American Spirit, and a grape Celsius, and I'll have that robot storming the Capitol. Now, the US is being led on that our military is behind in New Age technologies, which is as honest as a politician's taxes. We don't have healthcare. We have aircraft carriers in the Red Sea. Now, the paper explains how politicians losing their mental sharpness may volunteer to get brain implants that would help improve their cognitive performance. We may finally get a smart politician.
Goat's milk latte drinking, avocado toast eating.
They quoted Dianne Feinstein as an example, the senator that literally was propped up so her cabinet could profit. In this scenario where politicians being desperate to hang on to power secretly get a chip implanted, and then it fails, causing them to do something irrational, like dragging us into a war in the Middle East. Sounds familiar. Elon Musk just lost $56 billion. A Delaware judge whose wife definitely dated Elon in her 20s is blocking a $56 billion payment from Tesla to Elon. Back in 2018, that was 6 years ago, by the way, you're getting old. The Tesla board put together a compensation package that if Elon hit it, he would be paid $56 billion, which is still less than what he spent on Twitter, which is an app that believes Taylor Swift is a government psyop. The CIA couldn't even afford her. And Elon ended up hitting the goal, which is impressive. Now, can I get a refund on my $100 Cybertruck deposit? I want a lowered S10 really bad. The judge, who was probably Bernie Sanders, says the package is excessive, yet the entire board agreed to it. The judges are annoying. Nothing screams fair and equal treatment like addressing someone as Your Honor. Now, this would all be in stock, and Elon has to hold it for 5 years, which means if he sold, he would have to pay tax, which would fund this judge's salary. Then the judge could finally have money to keep his wife from dating Elon again. Sorry, Bernie. It's not your fault you're single. It really comes down to the fact men want to do cowboy shit. Okay, I'm kidding. Studies are showing that young men are becoming more conservative while women are becoming more liberal, and college enrollment can point to why. And with the amount of anonymous emperor accounts with shit red pill takes there are online, it makes sense. This also means that men's nail polish industry is down. Good job, everybody. Close to finally getting rid of that trend. But I worry about this. Now, I don't vote, so whatever criminal you vote for every 4 years has no impact on me. This usually means people are getting their political takes from people that are yelling Taylor Swift is a psyop, or things like Ron DeSantis wears heels. The divide in our political ideology could also be the reason behind our loneliness epidemic. Stick with me here. See, society still wants you to have a college degree, which is stupid in 99% of jobs. And with conservatives rejecting the 4-year scam, a wage gap is increasing between men and women because most higher paying jobs require a degree nowadays, which are making men feel worthless. This also sets the standard higher for women, meaning their dating pool shrinks. And if you add in that most relationships are successful if you share the same political affiliation, this leaves more people single. And this results in them posting racist things from an anonymous Roman emperor Twitter account. Get a trade, wild things, write blueprints in the imperial system.